Coming up on Buckeye TV, which vaccine is best and what's new with COVID?
And what students are doing to prepare for the end of the semester. It's all up next on Buckeye TV.
Hello and welcome to Buckeye TV. My name is David Mangia.
And my name is Sarah Fitch. Today we have a lot of exciting stories for you, including vaccination updates and protocol updates.
Followed by the March Madness basketball tournament aftermath, as well as what students' plans are for the upcoming fall and summer semesters. Over the past week and a half, Ohio State students have been receiving COVID-19 vaccines. What types of side effects have they experienced? Here's Robert Soto Jr. with the story.
Hi, I am currently standing in front of the Schottenstein Center where hundreds of Ohio State students have received their COVID-19 vaccine. Today I will speak with 3 students about their experience with the 1-dose Johnson & Johnson and the 2-dose Pfizer and Moderna vaccine. These students have reported to have flu-like symptoms that vary in duration and intensity after receiving their doses.
The first shot, after like 12 hours, like during the time I usually go to sleep, I started to feel like the chills and kind of like flu symptoms. So I didn't sleep that well that night. I did not have side effects as bad. So I was waiting for side effects, and I did not have any on the second shot.
Yeah, I mean, I got it a couple of weeks ago now. I think it's been about a month now. It was very similar to feelings as if like I knew I was going to be sick the next morning, like with the flu or with the cold or something like that. Went to bed. I had, fever. I had chills. I was really dehydrated at night, so I had to keep getting up and getting some water. And I woke up with like a really bad headache, but it was like just right behind my eyes, so it felt like it was all here. But after I woke up and hydrated, showered, got something to eat, I was fine about like noon the next day.
So the first dose I just literally felt like soreness in my arm, and it was like immediately after I got the dose, and then it lasted for basically just like the whole day, and then by like the next day, like it went away. Now the second dose was brutal because they say like 8 hours after the dose, you get to feel the effects, but I felt it after 4 because I got it at 8 in the morning, and then by 12, I was tired. I was like, I need to literally sleep right now. And it hit me like a truck, and I was out, like, stuffy nose, like a little bit of a cough, sore throat, and I was just like taking Tylenol. I drank some tea, took like some zinc, some vitamin C, just was like hoping that my body would feel better. But my fever like kind of kept fluctuating and lasted for like a straight 24 hours, and I had to call off work the next day. But the fever eventually went away like after 24 hours, but then the rest of the symptoms, like the congestion and like the sore throat and like the other ones, like lasted for like 2 to 3 days afterwards. So it definitely was rough.
More people opt in to receive the vaccines. More details should arise over time. Until then, with Buckeye TV, I'm Robert Soto Jr.
With Ohio State pushing to get everyone vaccinated, there are hundreds of stories with each patient. Here's Holly with more.
On March 29th, COVID-19 vaccine eligibility expanded to all Ohioans aged 16 and older. Ohio State's Jerome Schottenstein Center has been transformed into a public vaccination site. Today, I'm talking to Ohio State students about their thoughts and experiences with receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. When and where did you receive the COVID-19 vaccine?
I received the COVID-19 vaccine at the Schottenstein Center yesterday, April 6th at 7:40 a.m. Me and my 2 friends went to the Schottenstein Center about 15 minutes early, and there was no line, which was really nice. So we got in and they signed us in, and then we sat down, and then they came around and asked you some questions, and then they gave you your vaccine, and then you waited there for 15 minutes to make sure that you didn't have a reaction, and then once you were done, you got up and left, and it was really quick and easy, and I was glad that I was able to get it. I think that I was really grateful to get the vaccine at Ohio State because it was super quick and easy, and I think that it would be good for people to get it too.
With Ohioans 16 or older now being able to receive the COVID-19 vaccine, Ohioans and Ohio State students are looking forward to the end of the coronavirus pandemic. For Buckeye TV, I'm Holly Lassley.
What is the protocol when you go get your vaccination? Here is Jarrett Tekovic with the story.
Many of you may be looking to get vaccinated within the next coming weeks. Luckily, Ohio State makes it easy for students like us to schedule a vaccination using our MyChart app. I'm here at the Schottenstein Center, one of Central Ohio's hubs for getting vaccinated. But what is it like to walk through the doors of the shop to get the shot? Let's find out.
What is the process like, once a student walks through those doors?
Right. So the first thing that's going to happen when our students walk through is we're going to make sure that you have the appropriate mask on. After that, our greeters at the Schottenstein Center will check your temperature and guide you to our check-in desk. Once you arrive at that check-in desk, we'll need your photo ID or your Buckeye ID to verify who you are. We'll get you checked in, and then you'll wait in another line to be seated for your vaccine. You'll wait 15 to 30 minutes after you get that vaccine, and one of our registration team members will come by to review your insurance information and get you scheduled for your second appointment.
As one of Ohio's largest vaccination centers, the Schottenstein Center administers a whopping 3,700 to 3,800 vaccines each and every day. Have you seen a decent amount of students get vaccinated since the minimum age was lowered?
Yes, we have. I've been very surprised by how engaged and excited our student population has been to get vaccinated.
While some people may not be ready to receive the first dose of the vaccine, Ohio State makes it extremely easy to do so. This is just another step in our return to normalcy. Buckeye TV, I'm Jared Tekovic.
It has always been a large focus of Ohio State to keep our COVID rates low. As weather is getting warmer and students are socializing more and more, Ohio State now requires COVID testing twice a week. The university asks that you take the test 1 to 2 days apart to get the best results. While this is an extra responsibility to students, it is important to keeping our COVID rates low. Ohio's COVID rates have been on a gradual decline. But what about other states? With new mask mandates in place, Paige Reynolds will give you all the details.
Roughly 3 weeks after Texas Governor Greg Abbott lifted coronavirus mandates, allowing businesses to operate at 100% capacity and made masks optional, the red state is still reporting decreases in cases and hospitalizations. The governor championed his state's success in a Friday night tweet saying, "Today, Texas recorded the lowest 7-day COVID positivity rate since that data began being calculated. 5.43%. He then shared, "We also recorded the largest daily number of vaccines administered to Texans, 342,849. More Texans getting vaccines will help keep down the positivity rate," he said, though adding that receiving the vaccine was always voluntary. While the governor has lifted all restrictions, many businesses and schools are still requiring people to have a mask on to enter.
Any type of private place or indoor place you go into, they still require you to have a mask to enter. At school, they require me to wear a mask. When I go eat, they require me to wear a mask. So I think it was a more generic mandate opposed to nobody has to wear a mask anymore.
With all Texans now having availability to the vaccine, the hope for a corona-free environment might not be that far away. For Buckeye TV, I'm Paige Reynolds.
Coming up after the break, basketball. Even with OSU's loss, how did fans experience the season as a whole?